haunting of Ravenwood Manor. All right, gather round, my brave friends. Tonight's story takes us to the eerie depths of Ravenwood Manor, a mansion that's seen more than its fair share of haunting tales. You see, Ravenwood Manor was the stuff of legends, towering walls, ivy-covered windows, and a history steeped in darkness. The locals spoke of strange apparitions and ghostly whispers that echoed through the halls. And that's where our journey begins, with a group of fearless friends ready to put those spooky stories to the test. We had a plan to spend the night in the haunted manor and find out if the legends were true. Call it curiosity or call it madness. We were ready to face whatever awaited us. It was a moonless night when we arrived, the darkness wrapping around the manor like a suffocating blanket. Armed with flashlights and cameras, we stepped inside, the creaking floorboards welcoming us to Ravenwood's secrets. As we explored the labyrinth of rooms, an eerie sensation settled upon us. It was like we were being watched, the very walls having eyes. Nervous laughter filled the air as we tried to brush off the feeling, convincing ourselves that it was all just in our heads. But then we heard it, the faint sound of a music box. It was like a lullaby from a bygone era, haunting and beautiful at the same time. We followed the melody, led by an unseen force, until we reached the grand ballroom. There, in the dim light, we saw her, the lady in white. She danced gracefully, her gown floating like a wisp of smoke. None of us could move, mesmerized by the ethereal figure before us. With a flick of her ghostly hand, the music box stopped and the room fell silent. We blinked, and she was gone, vanished into thin air like a wisp of smoke. We exchanged nervous glances, our bravado waning as the reality of the situation sank in. But we were adventurers, seekers of the unknown, and turning back was not an option. As the night wore on, the manor came alive with eerie sights and sounds. We heard the giggles of children and the mournful wails of a woman. Doors slammed shut on their own, and shadows danced in the corners of our vision. In the library, we stumbled upon old journals and letters, each one telling a story of tragedy and despair. There was the tale of a love lost, a servant driven to madness, and a family cursed by dark magic. It was like a puzzle of horror, and each piece added to the chilling picture. As we delved deeper into the manor's past, we learned of its dark history. Ravenwood Manor was once a place of beauty and opulence, but it fell into ruin when a malevolent force took hold. Legend had it that a vengeful witch cursed the mansion, trapping the souls of those who had wronged her. And there, in the heart of the manor, we found her, the witch's ghost. Her eyes filled with malice. She reached out to us with bony fingers, a chilling grin on her spectral face. We ran, the sound of her sinister laughter echoing in our ears. But running wasn't enough to escape the horrors of Ravenwood Manor. We were lost in a maze of shifting corridors, each turn leading us deeper into the clutches of the supernatural. One by one, we faced our worst nightmares, the apparitions of our deepest fears. It was like the manor fed off our terror, growing stronger with each scream. In a desperate attempt to escape, we found ourselves in the crypts beneath the manor. The air was thick with the stench of decay, and the darkness seemed to swallow us whole. As we ventured deeper into the crypts, we stumbled upon a hidden chamber, the resting place of the witch's remains. Her coffin lay before us, adorned with ancient symbols of dark magic. We knew we had to break the curse, to release the tortured souls trapped within the manor's walls. With trembling hands, we performed a ritual of purification, chanting words of light in the face of darkness. But as the ritual reached its climax, the manor fought back. The ground shook and the walls seemed to close in on us. We stood our ground, refusing to let fear dictate our fate. In a blinding flash of light, the curse was broken. The malevolent force that had haunted Ravenwood Manor for centuries was banished, and the spirits found peace at last. Exhausted but triumphant, we emerged from the manor as the first rays of dawn painted the sky. The night had been long and terrifying, but we had survived, and in doing so, we had freed the souls trapped in Ravenwood's grasp. As we walked away from the haunted mansion, we knew that we had experienced something extraordinary, a night filled with terror and wonder where the line between reality and myth blurred into something hauntingly beautiful. So, my friends, that concludes our tale of Ravenwood Manor. Remember, the world is filled with mysteries and wonders, some dark and some light. Embrace the unknown, for it is in the darkest of places that we find the brightest truths. And with that, CreepCabinet bids you farewell.